Hi, my name is Parusha Naidu. I'm at Tanga Junction to give you a sneak peek into the Cape Town Diwali Festival. Steve, we ended off last year's Diwali festival saying that this year was going to get just bigger and better. Do you think you achieved that?
Absolutely, Parusha. We really catered for the young ones this year. We opened up quite a bit of the park to the rides available. The Bhangra Bash, we added that special effect of the laser display. We've had much more stalls. We looked at the program, what would appeal to the generations from the young to the elder generation. So yeah, definitely bigger and better this year.
Tell me a little bit about what went into the organization of this year's event.
Lots of hard work, as you know. So it started months ahead, I think somewhat 8-9 months ago, actually back to back from the last festival ending. But lots of planning, lots of research into the marketing side of it, what would appeal to the community, bringing the Cape Town culture into, fusing it into definitely the Indian culture. So yeah, lots of hard work. I think this year with the marketing and the planning of how we're going to go ahead with the festival plans started somewhat early this year. So what had happened, we reached out to the communities, we reached out to the people of Cape Town, and definitely we were totally taken back by the support shown by the people of Cape Town.
You were very lucky to get the City of Cape Town to be firmly 100% behind this initiative. How did you go about getting their buy-in?
I think from last year's festival, they came in a smaller way to support the festival, and I think it just spoke for those that attended last year, it just spoke 1,000 words, and definitely this year, from the onset, they were going to support us for this festival.
Diwali would not be Diwali without fireworks. How did you manage to pull that off this year again?
As usual, Parusha, it's always one of our major challenges, and the permits and authorizations only come very close to the festival day. So once again, yeah, I think the city handled it totally for us, so it was not so painful from our side this year. Much easier. We didn't have challenges from the various animal rights groups, etc. So definitely easier this year.
Do you feel like now that you're into your second year, you're into the swing of things, are you planning bigger and better for next year?
We'll be bigger and better. We can only improve as we go on, and we learn from one year to the other. So I'm very proud of the team that we put together. The team worked very hard, and definitely we have gained much more experience from the first festival to now. In putting an event like this, it's not for the executive committee or its organizers, it's for the people of Cape Town. So taking the feedback we're getting both from the community and the participants, we have to consider this feedback and try and build it into our program, into the entire event. So definitely feedback from the community is how we build our reputation. Yeah, this year we managed to actually secure some of the rides at Tanga Junction to be open and free to the children of various age groups. So they were entertained by the rides. We had games open for them. There were colouring competitions, a kids venue set up. So there was lots of parents need not worry about entertaining their kids. They had a ball the day. In addition of having these rides open, one needs to ensure the safety and security of our children and all those attending the festival. And on the medical side, the Mediclinic and coupled with the ER24 team really was on standby in case anything untoward happened. But this gave the confidence to the parents to let their kids out there and have a ball of a time. We had strict security, we've had disaster management teams on standby. So I think people felt very safe, and that's more important, is having fun in a sociably responsible manner. So we went ahead with that. We've kept a focus on Diwali. After all, yes, there's a religious aspect to it, but there's also a celebratory aspect to the festival of Diwali, and that's what we wanted to bring about, all people into one venue to share and celebrate in the love of this festival. And even with the lineup of events, it was all planned around unity and love. It was planned around festivity and celebrations, depicting the actual essence of Deepavali. In addition to this, our colour scheme for the day represented the colours of the Indian national flag, which was the orange, white and green.
this year, Purusha, we were targeting a multiracial audience, so we fused both Eastern and Western cultures on our program this year.
What were the highlights for you from this year's festival?
This year was definitely Tribangi Dance Theatre. They were a phenomenal Joburg-based dance company, and they had a fusion of both Indian classical dances with African contemporary dance, and it was phenomenal, as well as the jazz quartet Babu, who based their principles on Indian classical music and jazz, as well as we had the local Vadini Indian Arts Academy, who really showcased their flair of their Bollywood contemporary, and Karma Live, which is your local Bollywood band.
Being an Indian female, I am slightly ashamed to admit that I don't know how to tie a sari. So I didn't realize that when I came to the Diwali festival, I would leave here knowing how to tie a sari. Do you want to tell us a bit more about that?
Yes, this year we incorporated audience interaction to have a sari tying competition. So we had just a piece of string and the sari, and we had the audience going for it. So a lot of times I think, or a lot of people don't really know that a sari is a 6-meter long fabric, and it's an art of draping it. So, and it also tells the different areas that you come from India. Well, the Bhangra Bash was the final stretch of a 13-hour long program, which was done by Lotus FM and their DJ Rakesh Ramin.
San, how did you go about sourcing stalls that would cater for the diverse audience?
Well, from last year's festival we learned so much, and we had so many diverse cultures that we had to provide and cater for everyone's needs. So we had everything from your esoteric fair, we had your body healing workshops and your crystals, you know, whatever you needed in terms of health and your well-being. Apart from that, we had retail stores, and we catered for the young, the old. There was toys, there was sweets, there was even saris or whatever you needed for your last minute Diwali shopping. You could find it here at the Diwali festival.
Last year I was very disappointed about the fact that I didn't get to eat my puri and patha. How did you go about curbing the problem of food running out this year?
Well, this year, Purusha, you didn't have to wait in line. There was plenty of food, plenty of stalls, and the availability was always there. We never ran short, we had no problems in that regard, and everything went smoothly. My favorite was the esoteric fair, I must say. It calmed the person that walked in, you know, coming from a hectic, pressurized sort of lifestyle. You walked in and you had a certain calmness over you that benefited everyone and myself. I actually had 15 minutes to get my feet massaged, which I think I deserved for the day.
Based on the success of last year's Diwali festival, was it quite difficult going about getting additional sponsorship this year?
Well, it wasn't difficult. I mean, we had good backing last year, but we have lots of new sponsors that came on board this year. It was very nice. We had Southern Sun, Coral International and Perea Hotels that came on board in terms of meal vouchers, accommodation for our artists, as well as SMEs and local businesses. We have launched the Cape Town Diwali Festival website. People can log on to www.capetowndiwalifestival.com. All our details are on there. People can click on, there's a link to our Facebook profile on there as well. All our email addresses, contact telephone numbers are there. We'd like to thank all our sponsors that have come on board this year, and we look forward to working with them next year.
The 2010 Cape Town Diwali Festival definitely delivered on its promise to be bigger and better. We look forward to seeing you in 2011.